Welcome to Third Phase UFO Report. I'm Rich Giordano reporting, and I have got some incredible stuff to show you. We are going to look at a few things that were recently posted on Third Phase of Moon. And I am going to give you a slight update and a few enhancements that were made by a few of our listeners here on a sighting that was taken over 20 years ago, and also one that was taken recently, which is really making the rounds. It's an amazing time to be alive in ufology. So we're going to talk about this one here from San Luis Obispo. This to me looks like a disc-shaped craft just barely over the mountain there, and people were reacting to it. It's definitely there, so we'll talk about that. And this one from Ecuador, I really have no idea what is going on. That thing literally disappears and then reappears and then goes behind the clouds. This is just amazing. And then this one, this is a USO that came out of the water, and this couple recorded it. It's amazing stuff. And here's the old one that has a couple of enhancements that I'd like to show you that really show the detail. Wow. And then this by Doug Knipe, GameVed02. So we got a lot to show you, some enhancements and whatnot. Let's go. So I'm just going to give the report myself because I am not able to play the music in the background. It is copywritten, so it will definitely kill the video. So I'm just going to tell you what I see, and we'll go from there, because what you see here, and you hear the people talking, Third Phase of Moon, the Cousins brothers said they were, thinking maybe it's a tower, we're just seeing the tip of it, or maybe it's an illusion. When I look at this, I don't see anything underneath it. I see what legitimately looks like a disc-shaped craft above or behind what looks to be above the mountainside there. I don't see it wobbling. I don't see it meandering back and forth. To me, this looks like it's stuck there in its position and it's not moving, which is the ultimate prize when you look for UFOs, right? You want to get this type of craft in your arsenal. You want this in your archives. You want this on your camera. And I'm always looking for a way out. Like, this can't be real. It's CGI. It's a balloon. Maybe. But I don't see it that way. And since this video came out, nobody else has seen it that way. People are looking at it, and it's there. And I think these people, the locals, know what would be behind the mountain if it was a water tower and we're just seeing the top of it. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's an advertising balloon. I don't think it's a blimp. Why? Well, I don't see anything pulling it like an airplane would, like an advertising banner. I don't see a blimp's gondola where the drivers would be sitting underneath it. I don't see strings. I see a really good video, and I have no explanation for it. This is why we do this. This is exactly what's happening around the world, and people are videotaping it with their cameras. And don't forget to send it in to us here at cousinsbrothersproductions at gmail.com and gufonradio@gmail.com. Let's get over to the next video, because this one is unreal. I have no explanation. Check this out.
Va demasiado rápido, loco, no lo sé. Está yendo rapidazo, loco. ¿Qué onda?
Wow. ¿Qué fue eso?
Se apagó, se vuelve a prender.
Eso no es un dron. Mira lo alto que está. Se escondió en la nube. O sea, eso hacen ellos. Se esconde en la nube. Está ahí escondido en la nube. Se ve un puntito justo se ve.
El pixel ahí,
Ahí
loco.
me lo acabé. Sí. Y antes se veía antes viste cómo estaba de grande, era una estrella. Eso no es un dron, claro. Ya no es una estrella.
Sí, ya no le veo en cámara tampoco, loco. Ahí está, ahí está. Ahí está, ahí sí le veo. Está yendo demasiado rápido, no es un dron, loco.
No, ¿no viste como estrella? ¿No viste con lo que era?
Claro,
como
está.
Estrella? Es que no. ¿Viste cómo hubo rojo y cambió? Hizo tuk tuk justo cuando paró.
¿Qué es eso?
Es como si hubiera frenado, tío, con rojo de los carros.
No puede ser un dron porque no creo que tenga tanto alcance. Está demasiado lejos. No, y la velocidad que se está moviendo es imposible, loco. Y brillaba full, o sea, brillaba con la estrella,
Claro,
loco.
estaba como una estrella.
Y ahora se volvió a quedar ahí. ¿Qué onda?
So we want to thank our buddy Rich from GUFON. He gave us a heads up on this video last night, and we wanted to share it with you. This video, we're adding a little enhancement to it, some brightness, contrast. I actually added a little sharpening to make this object pop, whatever it is, and you can see it dancing in and out of the clouds, and it's captured in Ecuador. What is it? Is this some kind of biological life form or some kind of entity up there? Or is this something extraterrestrial that travels in an energy kind of field? I'm not exactly sure, but the maneuvers this thing's making and how it's kind of bouncing behind the clouds in and out. Again, I'm going to roll out drone on this. That's definitely not a kite. This is very incredible, in my opinion. Brent, what's your thoughts here? Yeah, it's very curious. You see this orb of light that's just kind of blinking in and out of the clouds, and then it just kind of disappears, and then it reappears. It's strange. It does these weird maneuvers, almost like you'd see a ping pong ball bouncing back and forth. It kind of does this peekaboo through the clouds. It just hovers there. You can see this faint color. It's almost reddish orange. And look at that. It's just stationary, and then it kind of just disappears. What's going on here? It's way up there, too. It's, I would say, about 1,000 feet, 1,500 feet. The camera gets a little shaky, but then the people, they lock back on it because this thing seems to be kind of showing itself and then kind of trying to hide itself behind the clouds, and then it emerges again. What's your take on this, Blake? Yeah, again, I'm trying to see if it's a drone lit up, but, we've seen a lot of drone footage. That's why you don't see it here at Third Phase Moon. In my opinion, this isn't a drone. It's over the city, and it's doing these erratic maneuvers and trying to maybe hide from the camera. It seems like it wants to take shelter behind the cloud itself, and then just kind of pauses there like an animal would if you were trying to maybe track or hunt an animal. They have these ways of dodging hunters, and maybe they're dodging the camera shot itself. And it's interesting, it does reveal itself, but you could hear them on the ground in Ecuador, the family there. They're shocked at what they're seeing. They have no answers to their questions.
All right, let's take a look at this one here because I don't know what to think. I see something here that looks extremely similar to the FLIR video that Jeremy Corbell showed us. Except it's in color, it's not FLIR, and it's during the daytime, and it's an object that is circular, which could be disc-shaped, but in this case I think it's an orb, like a round ball, maybe like a Foo Fighter type of thing. It disappears and reappears. Now, anytime I've seen that happen in the past, I say it's fake. Immediately. I mean, the video's real, but CGI. But in this case, I'm not sure. And look at that. That's not something that's just floating. It's literally moving through the sky with a purpose. To me, that's what it looks like. I don't see it as a balloon. I definitely don't see it as a drone. But I see it as a sphere. If it was a balloon, it wouldn't have stopped right there. And it's starting to move again. And doesn't this one disappear? I think it does. Which is very strange. Watch this. Seem to stop right there. Come on. Here we go. Okay, that didn't go behind clouds. That actually disappeared, as in vanished. And when it got big, I'm not sure if it came closer to them or he was just focusing. I'm going to tell you something. I think that object came closer and got bigger. Not that it was out of focus and it got bigger because the light was, expanded out because it wasn't focused. I almost want to think that actually got closer. See? Yes. Wow, is that something or what? All right, let's get to the next sighting. This is going to blow you away. This next one is phenomenal. All right, I'll let the video speak for itself first.
Water. That is really special. There's nothing behind that.
There's no wake.
There's no waves. There's no. It seems to have slowed down a bit now from the first minute you said it.
Dude, there is no wake and there is nothing propelling that.
It's definitely changed a lot since the first moment you said it. Now it's coming to a near standstill. When you first said it, I thought it was something skating across. I thought it was some reflection on the water. It slowed right up now. It's fucking stopped nearly compared to that.
Or it could just be the angle it's going at.
Dude, that was over in between the two islands, like just before you start recording. That was over miles away, just before that has stopped nearly comparison to when you first said, look at that.
It's not a boat.
Fucking aliens. Quick, get them off here. We're going.
What is that?
I would really like to know that. The behavior of that thing is bizarre. The differences in speed that thing is really bizarre. That thing was flying like a jet ski and then it slowed down. It didn't leave any wave behind it. That was mental.
So again, I'm doing a side-by-side comparison, adding a little brightness contrast to the right image, and I blew it up about 150% and added some brightness contrast, making whatever this object is pop a little bit. But what I like about this video is the reaction. You can hear them. They're quite excited, and they're using some language, and I don't blame them. I'd be asking what the heck is going on as well. And the guy said that it came out of the water, which is really interesting. And then he was able to capture this thing just slowly gliding over the surface of the calm, glassy waters. And it's very consistent in its brightness. It's not a boat. It's not a jet ski. It's not a kite. In my opinion, it's not a drone either. It has this otherworldly look about it. The way it just glows. It's very consistent. They're saying it's just right off the surface of the water, but it's not leaving any kind of wake either, is what they stated. Is this evidence of that supercavitation technology, if it does exist? A transmedium craft that is able to traverse the skies and the waters. And again, it just hovers there. It's very stealth in its mannerisms. Very cool. It's just, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Brent, any thoughts here? Yeah, you can see it's pretty far off the coast over there. I'd say maybe about a mile. I could guarantee you, if you're flying just your personal MAV or your home drone, you would not see it. It'd be out of sight. It would be out of vision.
Wow. I don't know what else to say. Is this not incredible or what? We have your classic. Now, if you go by the witnesses who were there on the beach, this is a USO. This came out of the water, which triggered this gentleman into wanting to record it. So he and I guess his wife were watching this thing, and they at first were saying there's no wake. There's no wake. So it must have been coming out of the water, because here we're getting it's close to the water, but to me it looks like it's above the water about 50 feet, but it's not. It's very low to the water. Well, at first it was, but now it's a little bit higher. But that's interesting. They were talking how there was no wake with it so close to the water. So it's not a boat, right? It's not a propellered craft like a helicopter, a tiny airplane, or maybe even an RC plane, remote control. It's not a submarine. It's not a bird. I don't think it's a balloon, because they said it came out. Now we have to go by what the witness said. It came out of the water. But I don't think it's a balloon. It's definitely not a star. It's not a reflection. The only thing, or should I say things that it could be, are a balloon or a drone with some sort of top on it. But if it came out of the water, then that's that. Did it disappear? I think it disappeared, right? Well, the weird thing is, I don't have enough time to explain it, but I don't know what else it could be other than a UFO than what I already explained. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. All right, let's get to the next one. This one is an update on a sighting from 20 years ago that was done on a VHS recorder. So check this out.
Ja, ohne sind die zwei und ohne sind eine. Das ist ganz so gut.
We're going to do 2 quick minutes on this, okay? Because you've seen this already a few times. But Ty Thompson did an enhancement on this. And we're going to see what he did. Just still images from the video, so check this out. Look at that. Is that not unbelievable? They look like Star Destroyers from Star Wars. The one on top is looking to the right. The other one looks like it's looking to the left. Here's the next one. This is an enhanced version, blown up about 100 times. Pretty awesome. Not 100, I'm joking. Probably like 50 times magnification. And that's it. So thank you, Ty Thompson, for those enhancements. Now the next video is also a comparison with some enhancements. The first one is a comparison to the next one that's pink. So check this out.
Of what looks to be a massive ship in the sky. Some people might say it's Starlink, but usually Starlink are individual lights. These are all in unison. You see one tag along behind it, which is kind of interesting, but this footage also shows all kinds of UFOs swarming around this crazy, what people are dubbing the Mothership. Could it be Secret Space Force? Is it an asset within our own government, or some, dare I say, private corporation within the US borders playing around up there? Hey, if you were James Bond and you had the technology and you were above top secret, why not? So there are things in our skies that are above top secret and the public's capturing it. There is proof that there is a meta propulsion out there that we can't explain. We need this energy given to us, the public.
This UFO is similar to what you just saw. It was captured by Doug Knipe on his psionics camera, and then again, same night on his cell phone. Very cool, right? And that's on a psionics camera. That's why it's that color. But it looks just like the one Blake showed us before this. Now he drew it because he says it was foggy around it. And here you can see at the top where it says white, gray, misty, cloud-like thing. And then on the right of that it says emitting mist or fog. Yeah, to create a cloud around the craft, it says. And then the bottom one, it shows the curves. That's amazing to me. You know? It's unbelievable. I'm going to give you a big still of this one. He said the craft is much bigger than what you're seeing. That just blows me away. We just can't see it because it's enshrouded in this mist that probably does something to the camera. Good job, Doug Knipe, GameVet02. Now we're going to look at the next one that he took of the same craft with his cell phone. I believe it's an LG phone, right? Alright, so here I slowed it down to 33% speed. It looks like it's spinning backwards. And I don't know if that's the cloud that's around it that we're seeing. And this is from his LG, his cell phone. So you get, and you can see why he used the other camera, but to use both, very smart. Yeah, I guess he was able to videotape it for as long as he could see it. And if you noticed on the left, just like the video we just saw where it was pink, it also looks like it's been squeezed around the edge. You know, like when you tie off a balloon, or you just turn a balloon at the end and it looks that way. It looks like it formed a little flower or cup. So I'm not sure if this is one of those balloons and the other one, or it just had a light in it. But if we go by Doug's testimony, he says there was a cloud around it. And he's got no reason to lie about anything. So he said it was real and it was pretty big. The weird thing is that it's much bigger than what we're seeing. That's freaky. So, good job to Doug. There's a still image. I zoomed it in. Unbelievable. Good stuff, man. Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Doug Knipe. YouTube, GameVet02. I thought it was going to show us what camera it was, but that was in the beginning. So we're out of here. I want to tell you, you could find me, Rich, on GUFON 6 nights a week, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, Sunday through Friday. And I do, as always, want to thank our good friends, Third Phase of Moon, for giving us this platform to create and tell you what's going on in the world. So I'll get you out of here. We'll be back next time. I'm Rich Giordano, and this has been Third Phase UFO Report. If you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out for ufology. See you guys later.